Greetings, YouTube. This is for all you Necronomicon lovers out there and anybody who's into that, fellow practitioners and whatnot. Just want to give you a quick rundown on some of the things that I've made, some of my materials, and some of my history and experience of making these things that have got me to the point to where I am now. Sorry about the quality of this video. It's shot from my phone as I've been through a lot of technical difficulties with my computer in this last 9 months, so still trying to get that underway, but until then this will have to do for now until I can make some further videos. Anyways, I want to show you a few things. This right here is what I've made as the copper dagger of Inanna, which, as you know, is a valuable tool for the practitioner in the Necronomicon, as well as other systems of Kabbalah or whatnot also. This one right here is made from brass, obviously. Anytime ancient text, even in the Bible or anywhere else, when they say to cast with copper or to make with copper, well, as I find out from my own personal experience with casting, you cannot cast pure copper. The minute you do, the minute after it's poured and the minute after it cools down, it is absorbing oxygen like a sponge, and what you have left from that cast after it dries is just a mass of copper filled with holes like a sponge. So anytime anybody talks about casting with copper or anything like that back in the day, especially the Bible, Necronomicon, other things, it's always brass, because brass was used because pure copper will absorb oxygen, and there's no way to get around that unless you're in a completely oxygen-free environment. Okay, so anyways, this right here is the one I'm going to be making here, is going to be my next one. I've cast quite a few of these things, and the trick is, you know, to cast them roughly to shape, get a template, whatever. I got other videos on this, which you can watch on my channel. You can see me actually casting a couple. This one I'm going to be doing with Lapis Lazuli, which I kind of feel that's more of a metal of or a stone of the goddess Inanna, which Lapis Lazuli was her favorite stone. Now, what I have here is just something I ordered from eBay. Came from China, and this is probably about like $5. Comes with a necklace and all that, but I'm going to grind that off right there. If you can see that little edge right there, I'm going to grind that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2-part epoxy, and I'm going to epoxy that on there, just like so. Now, this is Egyptian Lapis Lazuli. It's usually a better quality. I usually, preferably, I like them a little darker. This is kind of light, which I do have a darker one here too. I don't know if you can see this, but it's also kind of too small for what I was wanting to use also. Anyways, this one here is with rainbow topaz. The one you see here now, this is not probably real rainbow topaz, but this is from China, obviously. I think it's glass, but it's faceted very well and does sparkle very well. It does look really nice. It's rainbow topaz. Now, when I first began doing this, before I knew how to cast or anything like that, this is what I did originally. This is probably made about 4 years ago. And as you can see here, this looks just like the one from the book itself. I mean, it's kind of a little cheesy, but I guess it does work and get the job done. And, you know, it is from the heart. You know, it's made with my own hands. It's with everything I do. So this was basically made out of a copper coupling that you can get from a plumbing supply or whatever, you know, $10 piece, whatever. Cut it right down the middle, bend it out. Flatten it out, sand it, file it, engrave it. Kind of a lot of work though. I would recommend the cast version if you know how to cast or whatever, or know somebody who does, you know. Get about 3 pounds of copper and maybe a quarter that of zinc, whatever, to add to the mixture. But anyways, on to the crown. This is the crown of Anu. I guess everybody has their own ways they can make it. Now, as I can cast and pretty crafty, I like to go, you know, overboard and kind of make things nice. Now, this brass piece right here, I'll be showing you how to make these in later videos if you want. This was actually something I got from Lowe's. You can find these pieces of brass in the metal section, or a Home Depot, any hardware store. And what I did was cut it out to about a 6-inch. Actually, I think this is like 5 inches or so. I basically cut that round, you know, measure it to the size of your head or whatever, drilled 3 holes in it. And basically what I've done is take some copper pipe, some real quarter-inch thin quarter-inch copper pipe. And what I've done was cut them about maybe a 1/4 inch long, and basically just kind of pounded them on both sides, you know, without scratching the brass, obviously, and riveted that. Now, what I did for the star, I was kind of thinking about, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, this, and I don't know if everybody's gonna be able to do that. There's other ways to do this. You can get thin plates of silver. You could also probably get thin plates of nickel or whatever. In the book, it doesn't say to do it exactly like this, but I kind of did this from the heart. What I did right here was cast silver. Basically got a bunch of silver dollars, threw them in my molding sand, and I basically just kind of made a mold out of cardboard, well, kind of a woodish cardboard, whatever, and basically cast it in there. It took about a quarter pound of silver, which is 4 ounces about. So roughly about 4 or 5 of these coins, maybe 6, because obviously there's going to be some excess and I've had to grind down. So nothing here was perfect. Nothing came out perfect. I had to grind it down, you know, grind it, file it, get it down to smoothness. As you can see here, there's a little bit of imperfections in this thing. And I had some malachite on this one at one time, which I wanted to take off. It just didn't look right. You can see there's slight imperfections, you know, but you can look at my other videos on the casting and actually see me casting 2 or 3 of these. You'll see them on there. Another thing, these silver dollars are great for medallions, whatever. You could file them down, and it's not really that expensive. Silver's going right now about 20 bucks a coin. It's not too bad. It's pretty affordable. The only thing that's really not affordable that they want you to work with sometimes or make a medallion out of is said is gold. I mean, obviously, it's through the roof right now. It's another one of my favorite fiction books right here, Illuminatus. I recommend everybody to read that. Shot out beyond belief. Anyways, so we got that, and obviously just another piece of rainbow topaz there. And what I've done, I've kind of riveted this too. Now, how I riveted this was with thick copper wire. I had to take a small drill bit, almost like I would say 1/8 of an inch, maybe thinner than that. I can't remember. I broke probably about 2 drill bits, but what I've done is pretty much riveted them in there, and you can see how I just pound it right on the end there. See in the back there. You can basically see, hold on, let me get a better view, god dang it. Basically riveted them in there just like that. So, you know, cut a hole there for the lapis, excuse me, not lapis, but the rainbow topaz piece, which obviously looks pretty nice. This is another good book, Ritual Magic of the Golden Dawn. You'll see the thing in there, the, excuse me, the formula for the lesser pentagram banishing ritual, the lesser pentagram. But anyway, that's it for now. Just want to show you these things. You can see my other videos of me casting, and I'll be talking about other things here in the near future. That's it for now. Peace.